Take one. What's up, guys? Out here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, doing a little pond hopping in a little private pond a friend of mine owns. And thing today is I'm just killing a little time, enjoying some water. Added a few things to my kayak. Been busy this morning setting up my new Garmin Striker 4 fish finder on my little boat, and I just had a couple things on my mind I wanted to discuss, really more than a lot of fishing, but I saw something yesterday up in Guntersville that really bothered me. And I know this topic's been talked about over and over again. I was putting my boat in up on a regular public launch. You know, Guntersville's got fishing piers for the public, various places. And I came across this little old man and a little old woman. They were just hanging out, fishing, having a good time, enjoying their day. And they were a little concerned. There was a little water snake swimming around them, and they kept shooing it off and stuff. And I just ended up in conversation with them for a few minutes. And as I was about to go back and launch my own boat, a bass boat comes out from under a tunnel. You know, it should be a no wake zone there anyway. And he comes up at a pretty decent rate of speed and basically just sits down right in front of this little old couple fishing on the bank. Immediately aggravated me. To me, that's rude. I hope anybody out there that follows me would never, ever do something like this. They were minding their own business, having a good day, just, you know, fishing. You got Lake Guntersville's huge. There's no reason to run in and sit down on somebody fishing and go to casting. I don't care if you're a weekend warrior or you're fishing the Bassmasters or the, you know, Major League Fishing or whatever. No matter who you are or how you view that, it's rude and disrespectful. These older people are who taught us how to fish. I just wanted to clear that off my chest. Your comments are welcome below as always. Hey, I'd like to know what you think about it. To me, it's really, really rude. Another thing that I've got on my mind is a lot of my friends know I've been out of fishing for a couple, 2 or 3 years. Getting back in it, getting back in the swing. And I realized that at one time, man, I was on top of things, man, I was organized. I could jump in my van or my truck and go to the lake, and I was ready to go. Well, the last 3 or 4 trips that I've been, I realized, man, you got to work on that stuff. You got to stay. For one, you got to stay on top of the fish if you're going to consistently catch fish. But if you're going to have a good fishing trip, you need to be prepared when you hit the water. And that preparation, for most of us, generally starts the night before. In the past few trips, I've realized had big fish on, didn't have my net. Rookie mistake. Other situations, just leaving simple things at home. Actually got to the water without my tackle box, or tackle bag as we use these days. No tackle, only what was on my, and that was my scenario yesterday. The fact that I was aggravated at what I saw with the little old couple, you know, partnered up with the fact that I had one spinnerbait and one jig with me. Kind of ruined my day there. Not prepared, not mentally prepared. Preparing for your trip, to have a good successful trip, if you're going to spend the day on the water, start the day before, start 2 days before if you know you're going. I ran out without sunblock. I never do that. I'm always prepared to not get burned up. Yesterday, burned up my shins. My daughter thought that's the funniest thing in the world. Post that on Facebook. I've got a very good tan line on my ankles now, all the way to about halfway above my kneecap, that I'm going to have the rest of the year. Not to mention that it's painful. But that's because I didn't think ahead. And it's going to take me a little time, and used to I didn't have to do this. Hadn't had to do it for years, but I think from now on I'll be making a list. What do I really need to have a successful day on the water? What are the most important things I'm going to need to take? And I'll be making a list from now on. So if you want a successful day on the water, plan ahead. That's the best advice. And you watch the pros on TV. They're spending hours before every tournament getting their stuff ready, retying line, checking line, checking their equipment. There's a reason they do that. It's because their goal is to be successful. That relates back to all of us too. If you want to be successful, preparation is everything. If you're not, you'll get on the water and you'll find out, oh man, what did I leave at home? Well, that's what you need. Whatever you left at home that day suddenly becomes something you really needed. It's just part of it. Just wanted to share that with you. I do it. Everybody does it. You forget things. And for me especially, getting back into a sport that I've missed. I've had everything else on my mind, but I need to focus on, first of all, what I need to have a good day, and then go out and execute and try to have that good day. And while I'm talking, I got a little old bass on that's just not real happy with me. Oh my goodness. How about that? How about that? Get that out. Check him out. That's what you get sometimes. You get to one of these little isolated places, and that's a pretty little fish right there. The wind's gonna get me in the trees, so I'm gonna get her back. Get up out of here. See if we can find another one. That was fun though. Got my line all twisted up. Always check. I don't really like the feel of that, so I'm gonna retie. If you've got a frayed line, take that extra few seconds and retie it, because that next fish could be 7 or 8 pounds, and a memory of a lifetime could go poof right away because you didn't retie one time. It happens every day. Right, we're back in business. If I hadn't tangled that little bait up a little bit, that would have took me about 20 seconds. There's a little bass. Threw it right out. Man. Oh my goodness. Hook sharp. Just missed him. I hate that. I hate to miss even the smaller ones. Especially on a day like today, we've got 2 storm fronts pushing our way, or 1 storm front. Supposed to be 2 rounds of storms, I think, today on into tonight. So I'm not gonna spend very much time out today. I just wanted to get a little fishing in between before it's time to go back to work. Yesterday was kind of a bust, the whole Guntersville trip. So I just wanted to get somewhere where I could relax, and I was hoping to catch a few more fish because absolutely pressed for time. Probably got about another 30-40 minutes and I'll have to be heading on back. So you don't like to miss them. You like to get everything that bites you want to get in the boat. It's not always the case. There's one. He kind of caught me off guard. Hit that thing almost as soon as it hit the water. How about that? He gonna throw it out. That's all right, I've seen him now. Up here. Little fella. How about that? He's maybe 13 inches. Not a monster, but he whacked that little spinnerbait. That's what you like. Ease her back. See ya. Thanks for the pleasure of the pull. There might be another one right over there. One thing I've noticed since I've been out here today, and my main thing was really my little speech at the beginning of basically getting yesterday's trip off my mind and off my chest, but there's not been, and this is a small body of water. You would think you could just go to any old pond on any old day and just catch 10,000 fish, but there's very little activity going on right now. I have been here 2 or 3 years ago. It's been at least that long since I've been over here, and there was always something running the banks, pushing weeds, splashing, bluegills. Right now, today I've seen like 1 splash. Just not a lot of activity going on, so I wonder if this front coming in's got them sort of laid down. Most of the time when you've got a spring storm coming, they generally will bite and get active as it's approaching. I don't know how they know, but they know something's changing, and today I'm not seeing a lot of anything. Of course, we don't have a lot of bugs hatched out yet, so the bluegill aren't real active. I did see a school of fry go across close to where I put in, which is something you normally don't see in a pond. unless they've been stalked by the owner, which I don't think they have. You don't normally see a school of fry going across the water like that. Yeah. If you got any comments on that, I'd like to know if that's a common thing and I just never paid attention and saw it before, or love to know what you think about that. Man, that fish caught it. I think he jumped up and saw it coming. This may be about the size of that first one we had. Pretty good little old fish, digging and digging and pulling me around. Let's see if we wrangle her up here a little bit. Oh my God, didn't even make it to the net. Oh, maybe my camera caught that. I think that might have been a little bigger than that other one. Look at that straightened. My wire plumb out. Hook's still sharp. I'm gonna have to add me a trailer. My little spinner bug, I believe. Man, that was a decent fish right there. It's really neat to see with high water. The water goes up in the woods. Like much of our lakes and creeks right now, their water's in places. The fish get up in these bushes and trees, and there's so much food available that they got more room to roam, I guess. It's just a cool place. Oh, there he is. My goodness. That's a decent fish. Where you going, girl? She's digging. She's digging. Got her. Ha ha. We can go home on this one. It ain't no monster. Oh. But boy, she got my spinner bait all tangled up in here. I'm gonna get me a hook, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see where we at here. There we go. See which way she's hooked so I can get rid of it. All right, check that one out. That one come out of the, it come out from under the, out of the woods like I was just talking about, basically made a big wave. And I think this fish has spawned out already. That would have been a good fish. That's pretty cool right there. All right, I'm gonna get her back. Let her go do her thing. And I guarantee you I have to retie now. She got me in the trees. That's what you go fishing for right there, boys. Feel that. That fish made a beeline out from the weaves, made a wave. You seen that V wave going out? You knew it was about to get hit. There's one. Goodness. Turned me around. What have we got? What have we got here? If I can get you without the net. I know you'll trying to get off. Ah. There we go. Last fish of the day. Last cast of the day. That's a good way to end. Pretty little old bass. And if that's a male, he's chunky. That's a nice little old fish. They're eating good right now. Just all of a sudden, I mean, it rained just for a second, sprinkled a little bit. I don't know if the camera caught that a little bit ago. but it sprinkled on me and made me nervous for my cameras and stuff. But hey, it ended up good. That's the way to end the day. Fish on. And guys, I hope you've enjoyed it. Please, if you did, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when I put a new video out. If you didn't take anything else away from today, I hope you kind of understand how I felt when I first started talking about the situation up in Guntersville with boats crowding in on people. It's just a common thing these days that people are rude. You know, and if something can ever be changed about it, well, maybe it'll start with me, because I would never do that. I would encourage anybody that listens to me to give other people space. Now, we don't own the lake, but the lake's here to enjoy, and the lakes are big enough to share. There's no reason pulling up on somebody that's bank fishing. Everybody's equal out there. I don't care if you're fishing a $50,000, $60,000 bass boat or you're fishing a $500 kayak. We're all in this together. We're all riding around on this big blue marble together, and we got to share it, like it or not. It's a lot more pleasant when we look out for each other. So if you take anything away from today, I hope that's it. Let's have a good time out on the water. Let's be safe. And I'm Lowell Henderson. This is Simply Fishing. I'll see you guys next time. Catch a big one for me. Enjoy. See ya.